Leading successful change is not by accident. Anytime you hear of a successful change program, there are a number of things that they did that brought about that success. I'll be telling you a story, a resounding change management story that I was part of, and I would like to tell you that story. We are going through a time of disruptive change, and it is very, very, very important that we don't lead change the way we've always done it. Hire a few change hands, leave them to run the show, and then move on to do other things. That is not the way to lead change and get the results you want. In fact, literature says that 3 out of every 10 change initiatives succeed and 7 fail, or they don't achieve the mandate for which the change initiative or change program was started. What is the things, or what are those things that the 3 are doing that the other 7 are not doing? So leading successful change is not by accident. You have to do some things and do it right. So I want to talk about the result-oriented management program, a change management program for a very, very large government establishment. This very, very large government establishment looks after the issues of environment, the issues of land, and the issues of water in this particular country. And so I was hired to lead the change management program. So one of the very first things I did basically was I had a meeting with the chief executive to find out what he wants to achieve with this initiative. I asked him what success will look like to him when all is said and done. What will winning look like? So we were able to establish that, and he told me precisely what he wants to see when the program is said and done. We followed up this meeting with a meeting with his direct reports. These are the directors, and 15 directors. We had a meeting with them to build coalition for change, to just agree on the vision of the change, the mandate. What do we want to see? So we had that meeting to build that coalition, to get the meeting of the minds that we are all on the same page. And that meeting went very, very well. And so during this meeting, the question came about how do we engage this very, very large organization to ensure effective participation, effective engagement of all the key stakeholders. So we came up with an idea. The idea I came up with was a good idea campaign, a campaign that involves every area, every segment of the organization contributing ideas for team effectiveness, contributing ideas for results, for cost reduction, for how to effectively deliver service in the front line. And so it was very, very fascinating to do that. And also worked with the leaders, the directors and their direct reports in coming up with a results enablement plan, results enabling or results delivery plan. And that is what we also refer to as the change management plan. So we have this results enablement plan in place, and we started to work. There are a number of things we did right. Of course, there were areas of concerns, some levels of resistance, but people resist change just because they don't understand how this change will impact them. They don't understand how this change will support them. So once we were able to clarify and address those concerns, the project was a resounding success. We did some reskilling and upskilling as well to close gaps in skills and performance. I'm very, very happy to talk about this story because this is one of the very, very successful change programs that I have led. So, what are those things that we did right? I want to just list a few things that we did right under what I would call critical success factors. One of the reasons why this change was very, very successful was the sponsorship of the change, the commitment of the chief executive and the participation of the chief executive to ensure that he's on board, to ensure that his direct reports are on board. So he led this change as a leader leads an organization. You know, I have meetings with him once a week to basically look at where we are going, what are some of the obstacles that he needs to work through with his direct reports. And we in fact, we go for meetings 7 a.m. in the morning with the chief executive, and then we follow that up with meetings with his direct reports. You know, anytime you have the commitment of the chief executive, the president, or the head of the organization, the change goes for, because people can see that this change is important to him or her. So the commitment of the chief executive is one of the contributing factors that made this change very, very successful. The other critical success factor is we build a coalition team of the directors and their direct reports. The leaders, the middle managers, the line managers were on board, addressing issues, addressing concerns, engaging their people to ensure that this change works. We also, you know, the Good Idea campaign was very, very interesting, because we came up with different topics and a criteria for evaluating good ideas. Every week we select the best idea and reward those people. At the end of the month, we got the best idea and rewarded that best idea. And that best idea had to bring a fundamental change to an area of the organization. Worked beautifully. Got people engaged in this campaign that people were so excited about, because they know they're going to be recognized for great ideas. You know, one of the things I realized is that, you know, employees got great ideas. Your people have solutions to every problem in the organization. If only we can engage them, if only we can recognize them, we'll be able to work through various organizational issues and challenges. The other thing that worked is engagement of all the key stakeholders to ensure that this change program works or worked. So, you know, there are other critical success factors that made this change very, very successful. And I would like to share that with you. So, are you going through a disruptive change currently, or are you going through a change initiative that you need to ensure that it is successful? And I think you want to. We don't start change programs because we want it to fail. We want every resource we commit to change to succeed. So I want to be your guide. I want to help facilitate whatever change initiative or programs that you're going through. So reach out to me on transformationforchange@gmail.com.